Welcome back to Not Really Whiskey Basics, but today we're talking about the other elephant in the room when it comes to finishing. Talk about ports. Now it's time to talk about sherries. A quick overview of sherry. Sherry is obviously a Spanish wine, has to be made in Spain. It is fortified. There are a bunch of different grapes that are going to go into it that are going to change that flavor profile a little bit. But the general flavor profile is going to be a preserved lemon, Brazil nut, jackfruit, saline, and almond. You can expect to find some of those flavors in just about any sherry. They use a method of aging called Solaris or a tiered barrels, where they have a couple different tiers of barrels that are going to be filled from the top and then you take from the bottom, where the youngest is at the top, oldest is at the bottom, and they're going to age for a minimum of 2 years, but you're going to see a lot longer aging in most of these. There's going to be 7 main different styles. 4 are going to be dry, 3 of them are going to be sweet. And that range is really completely bone dry to super, super sweet. For our dry ones, we have Pinot Manzanilla, Amontillado, Palo Cortado, and Oloroso. And then for our 3 sweet ones, we have PX, Muscatel, and then a general sweetened sherry. So for this, we're really just going to focus on Amontillado, Oloroso, and PX because that's what you're typically going to see for a whiskey that is finished in one of these barrels. For Amontillado, you're going to get this little bit of a nutty flavor to it, but it's not going to be overly bold. Oloroso is going to just be much more bold than that with a lot more flavor and complexity going on. And then your PX is going to be your really sweet ones when you're going to get something more like a date or a fig flavor in that. Just like any other finishing, you obviously want to make sure everything's going to complement each other. You don't want your whiskey to be overpowered by this barrel influence. So you want to find something that is going to be complemented by these unique, typically nuttier flavors. In Irish whiskey or Scottish whiskey, you're going to see a lot of them finishing in these sherry barrels. Now, not everyone is always saying that they're finishing in it. There are some places like Jameson that they just finish in it, they don't say anything about it, and you have to do a little bit of research to figure out that they're doing it. But I will say, one fun thing you can do to try to pick up on these flavors a little bit more, go buy a bottle of sherry, taste it, and then go taste one of the whiskeys that's finished in a barrel like that, and see if you can pick up those nuances. Cheers, guys.